Christiane Amanpour was on Bill Maher's program in 2008, and she said something that turned out to be totally true in hindsight. It's fascinating. She was talking with Gary Shandling here. He says something that maybe was true too. I'll get to that too. So let's watch first.
So isn't Osama Bin Laden laughing his ass off? You've met him. Does he?
I haven't met him. I wish I'd met him.
I wish I'd done an interview.
No, I
he's in a
wish.
cave somewhere.
He's not. I just talked to somebody very knowledgeable.
Wait, she knows where Osama Bin Laden.
Well, she doesn't think. This woman who was in American Intelligence
By the way,
thinks
Sarah
he's
Palin
in a villa, in a nice, comfortable villa
Cabo?
in Pakistan. Not a cave. That's all.
By the way,
Okay,
Sarah Palin, if you notice this, I could not come up with his name.
We've got a president that at this stage of the economy can't foreclose on Osama Bin Laden's cave, wherever he is. We're letting him just get away. It's a villa. You know it's a villa. This is what we need. We need to send a woman over there. This is how we find him. You know this, Bill. We should send her over, and you should find out who he dated last, because some woman's talking about getting thrown out by Osama Bin Laden. Because all these women are talking to each other about who they're dating, and we don't need that intelligence, do we? You know where he is.
Definitely.
Because he dumped some woman, didn't she?
It's always the woman. Follow the woman.
All right, first of all, she was right. He was in a villa somewhere. And he was right. We should have followed her source. Okay. I mean, that goes along with the UCLA professor who figured out that he had to be living in a compound within a certain perimeter. That was one of the things I based my prediction on because I thought it made a lot of sense. So apparently there were some clues out there. The other thing that Shandling might be right about, we don't really know, is the other woman, right? I'm just making this up. It's a little, as Bush would say, speculation. Because there was a news report out saying, hey, you know, we got the official story about how we traced the sources all the way from the courier and how he made the phone call, etc. But somebody said, you know, if the CIA doesn't want to give up their sources, they're going to make up a cover story that's very believable. In fact, they might have gotten them from turning someone inside the compound or someone that was inside the compound. Now, we don't know if that's true. It's just interesting to think about. And who might that have been? Well, I told you a couple of days ago that Bin Laden was in the compound with his youngest wife, which of course is not surprising. Men are the same all over the world. And who might have turned Bin Laden? Maybe it was his second youngest wife, who all of a sudden was not at the compound. And she was thinking, so you're going to do me like that? Well, let me call up some CIA and see how that works out. We don't know, but it's fun. Okay. By the way, Christiane Amanpour should go back to that source. Be like, hey, tell me more. What else you got? All right, let's get her on TV, figure out what's going on.